Well, hello there, friends. An old classic again today, pasta e fagioli. Everybody makes it their own way. I'm going to show you the way my mom and my grandmother used to make it. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video, subscribe to the channel, and ring that bell. Stay tuned, friends. We're making it right now together. Okay, friends, let me show you how to make this amazing soup. It smells amazing in here because I got some pancetta going already. So remember, we're going to make the soup. You got to make that soup, friends. You're going to love it, I promise you. Oh, it's wonderful, okay? I know you're going to love it, okay? My grandmother used to make it, my mother used to make it, and I make it all the time because I love it. It's very simple, eh? So we got some pancetta. Pancetta is a non-cured bacon. If you don't have that, then put lard. If you don't have lard, then put bacon. Don't worry, okay? I got a whole big onion in there. Remember, bacon is always number one unless there is bacon. And pancetta is like bacon. It's just non-cured, but it's the same deal, okay? So we're going to cook. We're going to saute the onion. But always make sure you put the onion first. Very, very important, friends. We're going to let them caramelize a little bit. And then to make the sofrito, we need the celery and the carrots. That's a base for so many Italian dishes. I'm also going to put some leeks. Now, you know, everybody makes it different. You know, my grandmother made it one way, but the lady next door made it differently, and my aunt made it completely different. You know, they call it the same, but they make it differently. So, however you make it, don't worry. It's not like we're going to some Italian food competition where we have to make it exactly like their grandmother used to make it. We're going to make it the way we like it. And I promise you, you're going to love it. So, caramelized onion, then we're going to put the celery and the carrot. They cut small because you'll see what I'm going to do at the end. It's very important that they be cut small, okay? Then we got the leeks. Leeks is most important. The beans. The beans, years ago, I would never in a million years have used canned bean because they were mushy. But ever since I discovered Goya, they put them, they do a good job. They're very nice and firm. So if you don't have the time, you buy them in a can. They're wonderful. The Goya brand is wonderful. Also, just the pancetta. We're going to take that out of the way because you already got it in there. A little tomato sauce. If you don't have a tomato sauce, use the chopped tomatoes. You don't have a chopped tomatoes, use a tomato puree. Okay? You can always, you know, substitute things, right? Garlic, of course, chopped garlic. We got a red chili pepper, pepperoncino. I use a half of it because it's too hot. I don't want it to be so hot. I have a dry thyme and a dry rosemary. And I have a little bit of oregano and a little bit of parsley. If you don't have it, you put whatever you got. That's all. You know, don't go out there all over town looking for something you don't have. Let me put the celery in there, friends. The celery and the carrots, the sofrito, which is a base for so many Italian recipes. And so it's important, and we're going to saute them a little bit, give them a good start. And so the herbs also, if you don't have the fresh herbs and you have dry, it's okay. Just make sure if I call for 2 tablespoons of fresh thyme, you don't have it, you put 1 tablespoon of dry thyme, okay? Half as much. Beautiful olive oil, we'll use some later. I got Parmigiano Reggiano, then we're going to put at the end. And I'm going to put a pasta. I put a cavatelli pasta. Cavatelli is a small little pasta. It fits great in the soup. Any small pasta would fit. Okay, friends? So, here's what we're going to do. We're going to sweat those guys for a little bit longer. Get them a nice little start. We sweat them just a little bit. And then I'll come back when they are sweated enough. And then we're going to start putting the other ingredient, okay? So I'll be back and forth because this is going to take a while. And I don't want to bore you with my stories. I'll be back in a minute. Okay, friends, the sofrito is reduced enough. I released quite a bit of water. We're going to add our leeks. And if you don't have the leeks, you know, they're optional. Okay, but they're nice, you know. They give a really, really, really nice flavor in any soup you're making, eh? So the garlic, we're going to put a little bit of garlic. I don't want to be too garlicky. I don't like anything to be too anything. Too much, that means too much. I mean, there's too much. So look, a little garlic right there. Just a couple of teaspoons of garlic, right? Then we're going to put the chili pepper. I mean, this is not too hot, but it's still a little hot. Be careful when you put a chili pepper when you do this. Don't touch your face, because it's going to be a little hot. A little bit of chopped parsley, a little bit of oregano, and the thyme and the rosemary. And this is going to give us a beautiful fragrance. As soon as I can smell the garlic, which will be about a second from now, then I'm going to put the liquid on top, okay? Really, really important. Oh, mamma mia. We want to concentrate on that. Little bit of tomatoes, a little bit of tomato sauce or chopped tomatoes or whatever you got. We're going to put them in there. And then, friends, we're going to put our stock. And this is our beautiful homemade chicken stock. For those of you that have never made the recipe and want to try to make it, Jackie's going to put a link right there for you, friends. So here we have it. And we're going to continue cooking this for a while. I'll give you the exact measurement of how much liquid, how much stock I put in the recipe below. Remember, all of the recipes are below the recipe. There's a link that says show more. You go in there and you'll find the recipe. We're going to cook this until it starts to get really tender, about a good half hour. And I'll come back in a half hour and we'll continue putting the ingredients. Okay? Be back in a minute. Okay, friends. However long it takes to get your vegetables tender, still have a little bite to it, a little bit al dente. You still want a soup. It's got little vegetables. You can feel them on your teeth. Remember, it's all about the tongue. We got to get this tongue happy. So now we're going to take the beans, friends, and we're going to put them in there. And we're going to cook it now. They don't need that long. They'll be happy in about 10 minutes. All right? So we're going to take them out. We're going to cook them, and then we'll come back. I'll show you what I'm going to do. I'm going to show you a nice little trick. You're going to like it, all right? So we'll be back in a few minutes. Okay, friends, give the beans about 10, 15 minutes, right? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take some of it out. I'm going to take some of the beans and some of the vegetables out. You see? We'll take some of that. We'll put them back later. In a minute. Very soon. Okay? We're going to take them out. Yeah, I got enough right there. About half of it. Then I take my immersion blender, friends, which I forgot to get out. Sometimes I wonder what I'm thinking. And we're going to puree some of the vegetables and some of the beans. Then we're going to puree. That's what's going to give us the texture in the soup, friends. See, instead of adding flour, we're going to use the starch from the beans and the vegetables, and we're going to thicken it. The puree, you see? Look. This is a really cool soup. And remember, the texture of it is amazing, my friends. So it's very important that we take our time to do this correctly. Really, really, really important. We want it to be as smooth as possible. You see? Let me take the pot. Normally I take the big mixer. But I don't think today we'll need it. I think we'll be fine like this, you see? So if you don't have an immersion blender, you can take it and put it in a regular blender. But be careful, friends. If your blender has a glass bowl, you want to make sure that you can put hot stuff in it. Some glass bowl, you can put hot stuff in it, and then you're like, you see? So be careful, huh? Usually the mixer will tell you if you can put hot stuff on it. No, he won't tell you. It'll be in the instruction. But you threw them away, didn't you? I throw mine away all the time. What's wrong with us? We're supposed to keep them in the drawer. All right, friends, look. We're looking good. If you have a little more time, do a little bit longer. You can't do it too long. You can't do it too long. Okay? You can't do it too long. Okay? I don't want to be here all day doing this. But you can't do it. Oh, mamma mia. I'm going to test it to see if I need to adjust a little more salt, a little more sugar, a little pepper. It's delicious already, but it needs more salt. Now, remember, my stock is homemade, so I don't have any salt, so that's why I need to add salt. If you're using a store-bought, a little more pepper, a store-bought store broth, just be sure to test it And now, friends, we're going to take this and we're going to add it back in it. You see? Now, we're going to have a texture, beautiful texture. You see? And we're going to continue cooking this. We're going to have a beautiful texture, and the texture is created by the vegetables and the beans. And we're going to cook this a little bit longer, and we're going to have a beautiful soup. We're going to cook. We'll be back in a minute. Oh. That's okay. Okay. I almost forgot to put the pasta. I actually did forget. I got about half a pound of pasta. Cavatelli. Put about as much as you want. And we're going to cook them. And then when the pasta are beautifully cooked, our soup is ready to be served. We'll be back in a minute. Okay, friends. You know, it could take a little while for the pasta to cook because now all of a sudden you got a thick mixture and it takes forever to cook. Well, you have to remember now, I want you to see, you know, look how thick I got. And that's why you always got a little chicken broth over there on the side. So you can add it and adjust it to your liking. Now, what happens is when you do this, you got to remember, friends, when you're cooking the pasta, have a glass of wine or something. You got to stay here. Or get one of the kids to say, hey, mix it. You got to mix it because if you let it go, what's going to happen with the beans is going to stick to the bottom. I promise you it's going to stick, so be careful, eh? And, you know, normally I have some Reggiano, Parmigiano, rime, and I put them in there. It sticks even more when you get those. But I didn't have any, so I didn't put them today. But I'm going to put the Parmesan on top of it. So, see right here, see how thick it got? So what I do is at the end, because it's still a soup now, and I'm not making chili. Now be careful with this, because one little goes a long way. Okay, so you have to be careful how much you put in. And at that point, it's really up to you, friends. There's no right or wrong. It's up to you how thick you want it, how liquid you want it. There's no right or wrong, however you like it. I think it's a little thicker than I like it right now, so I'm going to add one more, you see? And that's a matter of opinion, eh? And remember, it's all about the pasta at this point, because we know that everything else is good, so it's all about the pasta. And the pasta is what's going to take the longest to cook at the end, because you have a thick texture. They don't cook like in the water. In water, they're going to cook in 11, 12 minutes, depends the pasta, right? And then right there, look, you see? So be careful when you put it in. One little goes a long way, and you may say, well, maybe I put two. You know, it's really up to you. It smells amazing. And I promise you, this is going to be delicious. We're going to put some Parmigiano Reggiano on top, little chopped parsley, a little bit of olive oil, and you're going to have a beautiful soup, I promise you. This is really, really something. And it's cold out there. It's the time of the year that we want to make a beautiful soup like that. So you see, remember, adjust it to your liking, friends. Don't let anybody tell you it's too thick, it's too thin. You make it the way you like it. You see, look at this. This to me is beautiful. Right there, it's beautiful. You see? Now, what's not beautiful is that thing right there. That's okay, though, I got it. And then what we'll do, we take a little bit of chopped parsley at the end, because, you know, we put some in to begin with, just freshly chopped. A little bit of Parmigiano Reggiano, right there at the end. A touch of olive oil. Just a little bit of olive oil. I got this garlic olive oil, and it's beautiful. Just a little bit on top. You see, look, just a little bit. Voila. And my friends, this is an amazing pasta soup. Just gorgeous. Look at this. You see, you mix it all up like that. Let me now pick it up. Look how beautiful that is. You see, my friends? And this. It's hot, but it's delicious. Friends, I hope you try it. Remember, thumbs up if you like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel and ring that bell. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon in a couple of days with another fantastic video.